In my classes, when I teach, I tell my students that I'm going to do the best I can to give them the best information that I have. Some of it might not be true in every circumstance, and some of it might not be true because we haven't learned everything there is to know about it. That's basically what I've been telling them about COVID, is we don't really know enough to know what the right answers are. But the more right information we have, the better decisions we can make. Enter Fauci and his flip-flopping advice. The problem with Dr. Fauci is that people make decisions based on the information that he provides, based on the recommendations that he makes. And if the recommendations he makes are not based on correct information, then nothing he suggests will matter a hill of beans.
Now the experts say with these variants, it's time to double up. And where to? This morning, Dr. Fauci endorsed the idea on the Today Show.
Endorsed.
If you have a physical covering with one layer, you put another layer on, it just makes common sense that it likely would be more effective.
There are many people who feel, you know, if you really want to have an extra little bit of protection, maybe I should put 2 masks on. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's no data that indicates that that is going to make a difference. And that's the reason why the CDC has not changed the recommendation.
Besides the fact that the background of his video is so busy, oh my gosh, look at the clutter. Ugh. His mind must be equally cluttered. You'd think a man who was an expert, or presents himself as an expert, would have a more deliberate and forceful decision-making paradigm, that he would present his ideas with more certitude and conviction, that he would have something to back it up, and that he wouldn't be so inept and so unsteady that within 2 days he would contradict himself. Because in those 2 days, thousands, maybe millions of dollars were spent that were wasted. This man is a supposed expert. The fact of the matter is, as I also tell my students, is that scientists are for sale, most of them. But most of those who are for sale will never admit it. And most of the people don't believe it anyway. I see the looks of incredulity in the eyes of my students when I tell them this. This is a man who is parroting a line. He has sold himself out to whatever paymaster there is out there, and he does whatever it takes to sell the story that they want you to hear. It's hard to tell which one of these is the truth. One of them is, because when he's unguarded, the truth will slip out. When he's not being fed lines, the truth will come out. And when he forgets about the money that's coming in, the truth always gets out somehow, at least a little bit. But most of what scientists produce, because they are paid to produce it, is half-truths and whole lies. Because scientists begin with the naive belief that people want the truth, and then they learn that what people really want, at least the people who pay them, is a specific answer.